On this episode of China Uncensored, the biggest corruption scandal in China. Hi, welcome to China Uncensored. I'm your host, Chris Chappell. Don't worry, Xi Jinping isn't sleeping. He's just dreaming the Chinese dream. Napoleon is believed to have once called China a sleeping giant. Or was it lion? Or giant lion? Anyways, the point is he said, let China sleep, for when she wakes, she will shake the world. Well, at a recent meeting in France, Xi Jinping said that lion has woken up. Not to worry though, Xi went on to say the lion is peaceful, pleasant, and civilized, which apparently also involves tearing your political rivals to shreds. At about the same time Xi was in France, Reuters reported that sources said Chinese authorities have seized a total of $14.5 billion from family and associates of Zhou Yongkang. That's more than what some small countries make in a year. The money was in stocks and bonds, real estate, antiques, art, luxury cars, liquor, gold, silver, and cash in several different foreign currencies. In the past 4 months alone, Reuters says 300 of Zhou's relatives, political allies, protégés, and staff have also been taken into custody or questioned. You're judged by the company you keep. No, seriously, you will be judged by the company you keep. If you need a refresher of who Zhou Yongkang is and why Xi Jinping is going after him, check out my episode, Are China's Most Powerful Trying to Kill Each Other? But basically, Zhou is a bad dude. All of the torture and intimidation, the labor camps, persecution of dissidents, minorities, and religious adherents, he was the guy who put it all into motion at the behests of his boss Jiang Zemin. Now, this investigation is a big deal because nothing like this has ever happened before in China. After the Cultural Revolution, there was an unwritten rule that top officials wouldn't investigate each other. They were off limits, especially after they've retired. But clearly, the rules have changed. A net is being drawn so closely around Zhou that no one even remotely close to the man can escape. These are some of the richest and most powerful people in China being knocked down like dominoes. Now, the question is, how did these people get all this power and wealth, and why are they being taken down now? Well, to get that kind of money and power, there really was only one way to do that in China: political patronage. Throw your lot in with those in power. Zhou's patron was former Chinese leader Jiang Zemin, and Zhou got close to Jiang by eventually becoming his right-hand man in the persecution of Falun Gong that Jiang Zemin started. Everything in China for more than a decade has revolved around this persecution of Falun Gong. Now, that's a pretty big claim to make. I said a while ago that I would do an episode explaining what Falun Gong is and why the Communist Party is persecuting it, and this rabbit hole went way deeper than I imagined. It's taken me a while to do all the research, but on my next episode, I'll begin a special series answering those questions. But there's one more thing that should be said about the move against Zhou. Xi Jinping isn't a dictator. Even though he's the current head of the Communist Party, he doesn't have absolute power. And that makes Xi's actions pretty risky as well. There are those in the party who are deeply unhappy at what he's doing. And Xi is walking a really fine line by trying to move against Zhou while still preserving the power of the party. Let's just say that these are going to be interesting times. Wait, what's going on? 让 Chris Chappell 见不到明天的太阳